Hey guys, welcome back to Mo's Game Table. Today we're going to take a look inside the Battletech Clan Invasion box that came with the big box of Battletech Kickstarter goodies that I got from Catalyst Game Labs. This is a game that was originally designed by Jordan Weissman, L. Ross Babcock, and Sam Lewis. The continued line developer is Ray Arostia, so I'm not sure if I can give any single designer name credit with this unboxing, but it is published by Catalyst Game Labs. So let's take a look at the back of the box and see what this game's all about. The children of Kerensky return. In the year 3050, the true heirs of the lost Star League thunder forth from the depths of the far periphery and carve deep into the quarreling successor states. As the clan juggernaut rolls across the core-word realms of the inner sphere, the House Lords scramble to shore up their defenses and devise some way to halt the invaders. Backed by high-tech omnimechs, bristling with advanced weapons and battlesuit-clad elementals capable of bringing down a mech, the clan crusade drives toward the heart of human-occupied space. Do you possess the bold tactics and heroic courage to defeat warriors trained from birth to conquer? Or will you uphold Kerensky's dream, cast aside the squabbling lords of the inner sphere, and reignite the flame of the Star League? With this box, you'll unlock powerful new factions and mechs to expand your Battletech experience and take part in a cataclysmic conflict which will rock the inner sphere. The Battletech Clan Invasion box set includes 5 iconic omnimechs: the Timberwolf, Executioner, Nova, Adder, and Mongrel. And it says here the Battletech Clan Invasion box is a supplement to the Battletech A Game of Armored Combat box, which is required to use this set. And we see here down at the bottom a look at the 5 omnimechs and the 2 points of elementals. And in the contents it lists we have 5 high-quality, fully assembled, unpainted omnimechs, 2 fully assembled, unpainted bases of elementals, 2 all-new 18 by 22 inch full-color paper maps, double-sided, punch board of additional omnimechs and terrain, 32-page rulebook, 24-page record sheet book, 24-page Clan Invasion primer, 20-page fiction novella, 10 double-sided Mech Warrior cards, 5 double-sided Alpha Strike cards, heavy stock reference sheet, and 2 6-sided dice. So let's take a look inside and see what you get. All right, we get our novella, The Bonds of Battle by Blaine Lee Pardoe, a fantastic author. If you've not read any of his books, definitely correct that mistake and do so. We've got our D6, all the cards, our miniatures, and this is all one piece. We'll take those out. We'll take a look at those in a second. The Clan Invasion primer, full color and glossy. The rulebook, full color and glossy. The record sheet book, the inner sphere map, which is always awesome to have, and it feels nice, thick, really well done. And we've got our player aid on chipboard, actually, and we've got some counters for terrain and other mechs, and then our 2 maps. So let's set up the maps and take a closer look at the game. And here's a look at the maps that come with the game. We have rolling hills and we've got barren lands. When you flip them over, you're going to see more rolling hills and barren lands. So I figured I'd just show you one side of each so you knew what you're going to have in the box set. Definitely easy to read terrain. It's going to list out to you what level they are, level 1, level 2, whether it's light or not. Everything is written down on the maps just like you're used to with all the Battletech maps. Beautifully done. I love the graphics on these. The only thing I would say is be careful with them because these are really thin maps. When I say paper thin, I mean paper thin. So you have to be careful when you open them. And if you treat them with respect and you're careful with them, you should be okay. Obviously, throw some plexi down on top of them. You're good to go. Just keep them nice and flat and also protected because you don't want to get any spills on these. You don't want to have anybody get their Cheeto fingers on them and you don't want to tear them. But a great couple of additional maps as a supplement to this and the Battletech box set. And here's a look at the inner sphere map circa 3025. I can lift this up so you can see what it looks like at the top without the glare. And we've got the successor lords. We've got the periphery kingdoms as well. And then you have the legend that tells you the distance in light years between all the planets. I've always loved the inner sphere map. I've always thought not only the color palette that it just makes this beautiful prism of combat is what I see here. Just a prism of chaos and combat and political intrigue. That's what the inner sphere is all about. And on the other side, we have the inner sphere circa 3052. I'm gonna have to lift this up to get rid of the glare. We've got the Clan Invasion corridor here as clans Jade Falcon, Wolf, Ghost Bear and Smoke Jaguar have penetrated into the inner sphere, the brunt of it taken by the FedCom and Draconis Combine. So you can see how things have changed from 3025 to 3052 as the clan invasion is well underway. Now we'll take a look at the pilot cards that come with the game. We have 4 different pilot cards for each mech. You're seeing here the Mongrel. There's 2 right there, and then you flip them over and you have the other pilot on the other side. And it gives you a little bit of their background as well as any special abilities they have when you're playing the game, so you know what modifiers to add, things like that, what kind of skills they have while you're playing, and you know how to use them. Then we have the mech cards themselves for Alpha Strike. On the front, we'll have the Prime version of the mech, and on the back, we have the Alpha. So you're going to have 2 different mechs for each with different stats, information for your Alpha Strike game. We've got the Mongrel, the Executioner, the Timberwolf, and the Nova. One thing I will note is, as you notice, you may have seen, I was having a little hard time pulling these cards apart. When you first get these are real gloss cards, really glossy cards. If you pull them out of the pack and you think you only got 3 or 4, check and make sure that they're not stuck together. So you may have to make sure you pop them. That's just the way that cards that are this glossy will be when they're packed real tight and they sit in there for a while during shipping. Then we have the sheet of tokens, which gives you stand-up Omni-Mechs as well as multiple pieces of terrain that you can pop out and throw down on your map if you want to fill in some blank spaces or change up the complexion of the battlefield on these maps. And here's a look at the player aid that comes with the game. It's a real nice thick chipboard, so it will stand up to abuse quite well. If you've ever played Battletech, you already know how many tables are in the game. If you've not played Battletech, you'll have easy reference to all the tables that are in the game, at least in the base game here. And there are a ton of tables. You've got your movement cost table, piloting skill, punch location, kick location, different levels table, facing after fall, and cluster hits tables. And on the back, we have the attack modifiers table, a couple of those, hit locations table, physical attack, and heat point table, as well as determining critical hits on the bottom. Then we've got the record sheet book that has record sheets for all of the Omni-Mechs that are in the game, as well as your elementals, and then some inner sphere mechs as well as you get to the back. And there's your armor squad. You got the inner sphere mechs at the back, locusts. We've got Commando, Griffin, Wolverine, Shadowhawk, Catapult, Thunderbolt, a Thunderbolt again, and Awesome. And we finish off on the back with the Battlemaster. And we'll take a look at the miniatures that come with the game. We have the Grendel and the Timberwolf. If you saw my Kickstarter unboxing, you'll know how these sculpts are already. These are beautifully done sculpts. If not, you're looking at this for the first time, I will tell you that these are nice, sturdy, they don't bend, and these have really fantastic detail that I don't think is conveyed as well on the video as it will be when you have them in your own hand. Plus, they're a little beefy, like this Timberwolf here. It's a beefy mech. It's not really light or anything like that. It's not super heavy, but it's got some weight to it, which will help keep it on the table. Then we have the Big Bad Executioner. Again, gorgeous detail. No bendy parts, everything is solid, and it's got a beefy little feel to it. Wonderful sculpts. And the last 2 Omni-Mechs, the Nova and the Adder. Again, beautifully detailed sculpts, really look sharp. I can't wait to paint these. These are just going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see how these turn out when they're painted. Then we have 2 points of elementals. I just want to kind of zoom in on the one because they're both the same sculpt. I love the way these look here, this front 3 advancing into formation, the back 2, they've kicked in the jump jets, and it looks like they're going into bounds, so that way they can get ahead of the formation here, set and cover for them as they move up, and then they will bound on so forth as they move in bounding overwatch. Then we have the Clan Invasion Primer. This is full color and glossy. On the inside, we have the universe overview. It will give you a breakdown if you're not familiar with Battletech, kind of a general overview of what Battletech is. It says Battletech is a science fiction space opera set in the factional militarized universe of the 31st century. Humanity has spread to the stars and spawned titanic interstellar empires, each controlling hundreds of worlds across a combined region of space stretching more than 1,000 light years. How this has not been made into a massive series is beyond me. This could be like epic on the Game of Thrones scale. There's plenty of material that could be covered. You can do the Succession Wars, you can do the Clan Invasions, you can do Exodus Road, the whole thing, the Twilight of the Clan series, or you can just go through and do Inner Sphere or just Clan stuff, and this could be on for years. This could rival The Walking Dead. As long as it doesn't jump the shark like Walking Dead did, we'll be good to go. Then we get into the Battletech eras, the Star League, Succession Wars, Clan Invasion, Civil War, Jihad, and the Dark Age. Personally, I stopped after the Civil War. I did not follow up after the Jihad. I kind of just lost touch with it at that point. Then we have the Inner Sphere circa 3052, which we looked at on the map, but this breaks down all the houses and explains to you what they are. Then we have the Inner Sphere circa 3052 with the clan invasion zones and their occupation zone. And we have the Founding of the Clans that explains how everything broke down when Alexander Kerensky was the general of the Star League Defense Force, and there was a war to liberate Terra from the usurper Stefan Amaris, and how they did the exodus out of the Inner Sphere, founded the clans, and then it'll give you a little bit of a breakdown as to all the clans. Clan Ghost Bear, Clan Jade Falcon, Smoke Jaguar, Wolf, the Reserve Clans, the Operation Revival, and then we get into the Clan Glossary. The first time, if you're not familiar with Battletech, the first time you read a Battletech novel that deals with the clans, you're going to be going, what the hell? Because there's different terminologies. There's some bastardized English in there. It makes sense. It all makes sense. Don't get me wrong. But the first time you read it, you're going to go, what the hell is this? And the books do explain it to you, but it's still, it's its own language that you have to learn, and you will. It's pretty easy to pick up, but it will throw you the first time. That's why it's great to have a glossary like this. So that way, if you're reading anything, you can just go right to the glossary and reference that, and it makes it a lot easier. Then you have the poster map region key for 3025 and 3052. And then we have Omnimex and Elementals, the readout for the Clan Invasion, Battletech Manual, MechWarrior Destiny, Alpha Strike Commander's Edition, and then the fiction. If you've never read Battletech fiction, you haven't lived life. So go out there and pick up some great Battletech fiction. Now we'll take a look at the rulebook. It is a 32-page rulebook. We have the table of contents here on page 1, and we get to the introduction here on page 3. Explains the skill ratings, the box contents, and then you have that fantastic art. I'm sorry, I think Battletech art is some of the best game art there is out there. Then you have weapons and equipment, special equipment, AMS anti-missile system in case, which is cellular ammunition storage equipment. That way, if the Omnimex had this, so that way if they took a missile shot, a laser shot, or whatever in an explosive area, and it blew up, they're going to have blowout panels that are going to minimize the damage rather than maybe losing an entire limb. You can only lose a part of it. Then you have weapons and equipment table for Clan, and then for Inner Sphere. The Gauss rifle, the mask, which is your myomer acceleration signal circuitry, so you can run faster. And then you have Streak SRM, targeting computers, pulse lasers. And then we get to elementals, general rules, movement, stacking, standard combat, elemental attacks, elementals against elementals, anti-mech attacks, leg attacks, swarm attacks. Elementals, you think that these little guys going up against a mech is not going to be a big thing. Yeah, these guys are badasses. Swarm attack modifiers, and then we get to fighting off swarm attacks, jumping, falling, dropping prone, water, attacks against swarm units, swarm attack damage. As you can see, the game can get fairly involved. Then we have mechanized battle armor, and then we get to the Omnimex. We have the design your chassis, how to construct your mech's actuators, your engine. That's one of the things that a lot of people love about Battletech is the customizability. A lot of people will just spend a ton of time in the mech lab. Just like even MechWarrior, the computer game, a lot of people loved messing with the mech lab. I'm not one of those min-max guys. I kind of like just stock mechs because then it's just about fighting. You fight what you brung, not worried about munchkining anything. You can add your jump jets, install control systems, add armor, additional heat sinks, add weapons and ammo, and then completing your record sheet. And then you have your force building for the Battletech Master Unit List. This will explain to you how to use the Master Unit List, which is an online tool for use with Battletech and Alpha Strike. Selecting your force size, choose era and faction, build a formation, select skills, unit role, brawler, juggernaut, sniper, missile boat, striker, skirmisher, clan organization, all these things here, Inner Sphere organization, formation types, combat intuition, sniper, maneuvering ace, speed demon, all these things explained to you, and again, more beautiful art. And then we have clan honor explained to you and how that works. And Clan Honor is something really cool. Then you get into the Trial of Possession here, Scenario 1, the Blooding, Scenario 2, all clan themed, obviously. And then we have Worlds Collide for Scenario 3. And then we have additional variations, weather conditions, and terrain modifications. And then an Omni-Mech gallery at the back if you need inspiration on how you want to paint your mechs. And then some more images at the back of the rulebook. Then we have the Bonds of Battle, which is a little novella by Blaine Lee Pardoe. Love the elemental armor on the front cover. I'm not going to spend any time in here because just read it yourself once you get the box set. And it goes to page 20. It's just a 20-page novella. Then we have a glossary at the back, which will give you a little bit more information if you're not sure about the background of Battletech. Then you have a medium mech here and a heavy. You've got the Kintaro and the Grasshopper. And then at the back, we'll give you a little bit of a breakdown as to what this book is about. And that is a look at everything you get inside of the Battletech Clan Invasion box set that is just coming out now through Kickstarter. And I believe it should be in retail very, very soon, if it's not already. I don't think it is out yet. I think it's going to Kickstarter backers first, and then it will be going out to the retail shops. So that way you can pick it up if you did not jump in on the Kickstarter. If you did, you should have already gotten your email that the Pledge Manager is going to be open for another 40 or 50 days. So you can easily jump onto it now and add some more stuff. I may have to go in there because I don't have the core box set for Battletech. That's something I do need to get because can't use this without that. And I'm really looking forward to getting this on the table again and starting to play. Most likely be solitaire and just enjoying that for a while until things kind of clear up and we can get out there and play head-to-head with some people and find some Battletech players in the area. But overall, a really fantastic value. I love the sculpts on these mechs. I love this map of the inner sphere, 30, 25, and 52. You got a great primer. You got the rulebook, which explains everything to you. You also have the standees. If you don't have mechs, miniatures, you don't want to use those, you can use standees, or you can use them to supplement your force, so you can kind of do a mix of both. But hey, miniatures are where it's at. Battletech looks the best on a table when you've got miniatures. It looks even better if you can get some 3D terrain to go with it, but if you can't, not a big deal. You've got your Alpha Strike cards, you've got all your pilot cards as well, and love that player aid card. It's nice and thick and sturdy, and then you also have the record sheets for both Clan and Air Sphere. So you've got plenty to use in this box set. Well, I hope that helps you guys out if you'd be curious about this one. You have any comments or questions, post them down below. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.